Hi, I'm Jale. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a reading for Capricorn from the 15th to the 30th of June 2020. So the second part of June. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs. Let's see what's going on. If you haven't already watched part 1 of my channel, which was the 1st to the 15th, then it might be worth watching that. We do have a solar eclipse, also known as the Ring of Fire, on the 21st this month. This is going to affect you. That sounds very blunt, but I did a pre-shuffle and they were like, no, we need you to shuffle and channel because otherwise you're going to get information through early and it's not going to be the same when you go and record it. So I was like, okay, let's go. This is a burst of energy. If you felt low, if you felt, I don't know why I want to say nauseous, but that was what I wanted to say. Maybe low energy, low vibration, very kind of cathartic, lethargic. There's going to be a cleanse. You're getting a cleanse, and it's directly associated with this Ring of Fire. Now, this will be in Gemini, 27 degrees Gemini, and also conjunction with the North Node, which is going to be roughly about 27 degrees in Gemini. Yeah. Then you've also got the North Star as well, that will also be in conjunction with the North Node and also the solar eclipse. So you've got quite a lot going on there, but this is going to really clear a lot out that possibly they're just saying a long time coming. So physical illnesses, aches, pains, I don't know why I'm hearing bones, but if you've had aches, bone issues, now obviously I have to give a disclaimer. If you feel like you are needing medical advice, please do seek that. I am a healer, but I have to give that as an advisory. But I'm hearing bones, bone issues, joints, eye sockets, eyes. I'm hearing left eye in particular, okay? There's something you're not seeing. What aren't you seeing here? What is the issue with your mum that you're not seeing? Okay, and I don't know why, but I'm seeing a Wellington, almost like a Wellington boot. So I don't know if someone's giving you the boot. What that means would be you're thinking about giving someone the boot, start getting rid of someone, job, employee, employer, partner, okay? Friend, someone's giving someone the boot. There's a whole cleanse going on here. It's not just in the physical body. But let's jump into the Mystic Mondays Tarot by Grace Duong. Let's see what messages we have for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs from the 15th to the 30th of June 2020. Let's see what else wants to come through here. I'm just hearing ain't no sunshine when she's gone. If you're a cross watcher, this could also be for you. Someone is missing someone here. Someone feels like there's a something that hasn't quite come to completion. Either a story, a chapter in a story, maybe a partnership that someone is longing for that they haven't quite been able to reach out with. But let's have a look. 15th to the 30th, please. Boom. So as if by magic, the moon is involved here. And of course, this is a solar eclipse. With the Ring of Fire, the moon is going to be a parting. Well, it's going to be obviously meeting with the sun and parting. The moon's illusions, its intuition, it's the feminine energy. It's this is a huge emotional cleanse. If you're feminine watching this, you're probably going to be noticing a very strong purge around your hormones. You're probably going to be noticing a very strong purge around your menstrual cycle. There's a very strong shift here. A realignment I'm hearing, but it's clearing a lot of old energy out, ready for the new. I'm hearing setting up shop, setting up home. Someone's trying to make plans at the moment to move on to something new here. Setting up shop. Something isn't completed yet, and so someone's trying to put the final touches. And I don't know why, but I'm just seeing a car. It's that someone's trying to make a journey to go and see someone, but it's being put off again and again and again. Someone's very worried about their emotions being hidden, and it's like, is it reciprocated? I'm just hearing, do I matter to you? Do I matter to this person? Do I matter to you? Wow, there's a lot of very, very strong emotional energy coming through here. I'm just seeing someone looking up, and I don't know why, but they just show me a lion. So this could have been They're just saying Lionsgate and Orion. There's something about, and I've mentioned this before, but for you guys it's going to be really relevant. There's something about how the ancient pyramids were advised that when the 3 stars wouldn't be in alignment with the you know, these pyramids, that the energy or the planet would have shifted into a different system or a different energy. There's something about Orion here, and I'm just hearing 2 of the 3 completed. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, this is the second of 3 eclipses that we're about to go into. So there could be, if you feel like things are not closing out entirely around this period, the end of June, you're probably going to get this showing a lot more in the sort of beginning part, middle part of July, because the third one is, the third eclipse, the lunar eclipse, is actually going to be on the 5th of July 2020. And obviously we always do allow a couple of days after each eclipse, so that all the energy is recalibrated. There's something about this that you're going to, there's going to be a partial reveal, but it's like we need to wait to the latter parts or the sort of last eclipse for the full picture to be shown. The full picture isn't quite clear yet, and they're saying it's not meant to be. This is very cryptic, but they're saying it's meant to be. It's not meant to be, but it is meant to be, okay? They're getting annoyed with me. They're like, no, this is not meant to be known yet. The bigger picture hasn't been revealed yet, and it's to be there and to imply patience. Someone's very hard on themselves. That's why they're speaking like that. They're not directing it towards me. They're trying to give me this is a message. Someone is super patient, and someone's trying to force an energy through when it's not ready and it's not time. You know, when you're given a lot of time, sometimes you can trip yourself up a little bit, and this is what I feel is happening here. It's like, if we give them more time, are they going to be firm in their convictions? Are they going to be very firm in their viewpoint, in their outlook? And if they're not, why not? Have they not learned anything yet? Let's see if we can drag this out a little bit more to see how much they've learned. This is the thing. Guys, you're going to be getting, I'm going to just be honest with you, you're going to be getting tests. Think of a situation that you have in your life at the moment that is karmic. Could be a family member, could be a friend, could be a partner, right? Could be a job. You're going to know what this is, in my opinion. They're saying yes. That is going to re-emerge to tempt you out of your alignment in the middle of this situation. And they're saying secrecy. What the heck was that? Oh, it was my incense burning out. I was like, what the freaking heck's going on here? Right, hang on. Okay, perfect. So they're saying you're in the middle of no man's land a little bit at the moment. You've transitioned from one place and you're about to transition to a secondary element. So you're in this nomadic energy that is not quite stationed anywhere in particular. You're not where you were, but you're also not transitioned into this new energy. You are meant to be observing. You are meant to be, you're meant to be stationary for a reason. I'll be honest with you, sometimes the best action can be inaction, because it will show you everything you need to see. And it's like, if you're moving, you're only seeing this here, aren't you? If you're stationary, you can observe everything. You can also observe your past if it's needed. Now, do we observe our past if we've cleansed it and we've done everything? No, because we know we've done the work and we move forward. But there's something about this here that is, they're saying, please get onto high ground if you're confused about any of this message. There is a temptation here that is calling you, that they're trying to test you with, which is why there's a pause possibly between the last of the eclipses. So if the movement isn't happening, there's a situation that needs to be, there's a call to action here that is being requested. And I don't know why they're asking me to use that language, but that's the language they're asking me to use. Oh, here we go. I I feel like someone's putting a computer lead into me and giving me. They're just saying our calculations show. Even if you're the minority, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Stop comparing yourself, please. Someone is comparing themselves to where others are at, and there's too much of that going on. They're saying the reference to the computer thing is a tongue-in-cheek comment, and what that means is it's a slightly ironic comment where you're trying to calculate everything, absolutely everything possibly, and at the moment it's not meant to be calculated. Relax. You're trying to call in your soul tribe and you're calling in duds. I'm going to be honest with you. This is a very blunt message, guys, but I apologise, but they want to get this through because this someone is deviating a little bit, but there's a lot of energies coming through here that are meant to distract you and your path, because you're not recognizing your now you, and so you're seeking that, and by seeking that you're drawing in an energy of temptation that isn't you, because it's testing and saying, do you accept you or do you not accept you? This energy of you not accepting you is drawing an energy that also isn't going to accept you and is taking. So the quicker we get you to an alignment where you're honouring you, you are going to also bring and draw individuals in that are also going to honour you. That's another message I have to give. You've got to be very careful what energy you're drawing. Okay, this is how I want to say it. If you are getting a situation where you're sat there going, is this a setup? Yes, the answer is yes, it is. So I'll give you an example. Your boss at work, okay? They congratulate someone who's done a really great job, but it wasn't their job that did that. It was actually you that did it. And so they're giving all this praise and this adulation to this person, and you're sat there getting frustrated. I don't know why I'm giving this as an example. Maybe this is actually happening to someone. But this is just an example of the time being. You might feel prompted by ego to sit there and go and say to your boss, it was me, it was me, it was me, it was me. But what you don't know is that round the corner, there's actually an opportunity for you to maybe have a pay increase. But the fact that you've sat there and gone, it's not her, it's me, it draws the attention in a negative sense away from what you've already achieved into a more negative element, okay? Now, is it right that that person's being recognised for something you've done? Of course it isn't. But we are we're in a situation here where there's a universal order, and that universal order can interject when it needs to. And for you to be putting faith and to take things on board yourself, you're saying, I don't trust what these guys have in store for me. So we need to be very careful. We need to be very careful, because it feels like someone's about to cut their nose off to spite their face here. Okay, so just be very aware that there's a hidden, because look, this looks to me like an iceberg and you can only see 1% of it, and there's a moon there. It's all very illusionary. You've got the kind of pyramid type structures in the front. So there's a very clear set trajectory that you've got, but you're sat on this iceberg, which we know, iceberg, you can see 1% of it, the rest of it goes very deep. What are you realising and what aren't you realising? The best space for you is to stay stationary from where I'm looking here and observe, because you'll be able to notice everything. If you're moving, are you going to notice everything? No, because you're in motion. You're focused on that forward motion. If you're stationary for a moment, and I'm not saying sit and pause your life, please don't sort of take my words out of context here. What I'm saying is we need to be a little bit clever about this situation, because you guys are very switched on. My sister's a Capricorn. She's very, very switched on. But there's so much distraction going on here. Are you seeing everything? And if you're being distracted, what is it you need to take on board and what is it you're not? Now, she's probably going to get angry with me saying this, but I had to deal with a situation with her very recently where there was a lot of people getting involved, trying to blame her for a situation that wasn't her. And it was dragging her down because they pinpointed her to sort of take on the responsibility. And I tried to kind of talk her through why this was happening and what this meant and what her lesson would have been. But it's a tough one because you're in that energy. It doesn't, even when you know and you realise it, it doesn't mean to say that the emotions are going to be any easier. It just means that you've got that little bit more of awareness. which is why I'm giving you certain examples, because you guys have had a rough time. You guys have had a rough time. They're saying it's not over yet, but it can be soon if you want it to be. If you're trusting yourself and you're very careful what you're letting in. Don't get bogged down with someone. People are getting bogged down with way too many small details here that are not relevant to you. Okay, someone's getting recognised for something you're not, and so you're annoyed that it's not being you. Well, you know your capability. So you trust and have faith that at some point the reward will be even bigger because it wasn't recognised the first time round. And if you're not recognising that, why aren't you? Are you saying you don't have faith in yourself? Bottom of the deck, the Hanged Man. Just to clarify what I'm saying, pause to reflect, to observe, to get a different perspective, because are you seeing everything? Are you seeing everything? Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Princess of Swords, bottom of the deck. Observation, people gossiping, viewing, observing, looking, watching, knowing your truth. Someone's trying to bend the truth here. Underneath that was the Three of Swords as well. So there's an upset. People are trying to bend the truth around you here. Five of Swords, conflict, arguments, too many energies involved. Too many energies involved. This is the truth, and you've got 4 other people vying for that truth. 4 of Swords is obviously rest and relaxation, meditation. If you know your truth, you know your truth. The truth is the truth. Do you sit and sell the truth? No, because it's the truth. You don't need to sell something that is. Or do you? If you feel like you have to sell yourself in this narrative because people aren't going to listen to you otherwise, is that a viable person to have around you? If they're not going to observe this in a certain way, are you even on the same wavelength? Now I'm going to be very honest with you, this is a very profound reading, but from where I'm getting the information from, but it's needed because you guys are leveling up, and so we need to step up the information for you because it's needed. Don't get caught up in this distracted energy. I mean, you can, by all means, you do what you need to do. You do whatever you need to do. The advisory is that there's a lot of distraction that is trying to formulate a path or a trajectory towards you, and it's your choice whether you entertain that energy or not. You might want to, because actually it feels, you've got to, I don't know. Honestly, personally, I hate drama. I just avoid it like the plague. So you've got to remember, if you're wanting to invest in this, you have to ask yourself, why am I investing in this energy? Do I need to sell my point of view? Do I really need to sell my truth? Or is the truth the truth? Is your alignment more heavily around older, energies that are, I feel like you're slowly moving away from energies, and that you're trying to hold on to that because you don't want that to change. But actually what's going on is you're outgrowing people from where I'm looking, and that for you're very aware that you've got this very old soul, and sometimes it can be frustrating that you don't feel like you fit, so you're trying to fit, but your morals are not the same as others because you've got a very good mindset usually. Don't get swept up in other people's energy. This is again another test. Now, you've got to do the right thing. It doesn't mean to say you don't do the right thing. You still do the right thing. But if it's dragging you into something that isn't you, you do what you need to do and move away. This is the advice. Judgment, making a decision. Can you see here? We've got 2 mirrors here. We've also got the 2 pyramids again. And we've got the sun and the moon. This could be calling for you to make a decision before the eclipse. Or possibly the day of the eclipse, between the 20th and the 21st, where you're walking through one door. So this could be the first eclipse, you're walking through that door, and the last eclipse, you're walking through that one. So the final decision will probably come towards the, from where I'm looking, this will possibly evolve past the end of June into the beginning of July, as I mentioned before. Three of Wands in the reverse. 3 of Wands in the reverse. Future. Not looking into the future. Not looking into... They're saying yet. We can look into the future once we've made this decision. We can focus on our new when we've made this decision, but we have to make the decision. And at the moment, between now and from where I'm looking at the beginning part of July, we have to observe. We have to figure out who is who here in this situation. Do they have my highest and best interest? Do they really understand me and where I'm coming from? Are they speaking the truth? Are they trying to project their responsibility onto me? Do they understand my point of view? Do they understand why something's happened? Do they understand what I want from this situation and why I even did this? If you've got 1,000,001 questions that still haven't had answers, you sit and observe. You get more. This is a research project. I'm going to be honest with you. Now, this is the thing. Some people are going to sit there and go, I am not into this, I'm out. And that's fine, that's up to you. If you feel like your instincts are telling you I'm out already, then that's up to you. You've got to trust your instincts. But if for those that are undecided and don't understand what this is, observe. Because I'm getting here that there are people and situations here that you don't quite understand. And you're wanting to move forward on something, but it's like you're going to bring that energy with you if you don't really fully understand it and resolve this now. Someone wants to move on, move into a different area, relocate possibly, but it's like we don't want to run away from doing that until we've understood what this meant, because we're not really gaining anything if we're just running from one situation to the next. All we're doing is running away from ourselves. So don't make that a thing, if possible. 3 of Wands in the reverse, paying attention to the present. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Wands, Wounded Warrior. We need a bit of a respite here. The 9 of Wands is a closure almost. It's a chapter that's about to close. The next is the 10 of Wands, where you put the burden down, right? But this chapter's about to end. You've got to, again, you're standing your ground here. They're just saying put the baton down. Put the baton down. We've got 1 baton or wands in a hand, right? So that would make 8, which would be movement. The Ace of Wands is usually action. So possibly you could be thinking, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to fight this person, I'm going to give them a what for, I'm going to tell them this, and I'm going to da-da-da-da-da. We've got the Magician on the bottom of the deck, and possible manipulation here. Do you need to be in that energy? Maybe you're sat there going, it's not me, it's them, they're doing it. Okay. When you're dealing with someone who is of that energy, right, let's say, for example, there are other people involved, maybe it's a work situation, and people are manipulating, and it looks like there's something that you're doing that's bad and someone is getting away with it, right? Trust is the answer. That sounds ridiculous, but I'm just giving you what they're telling me. Trust is the answer. They're saying, don't feel like you have to take their job on board, and to get these people back, it's not your job to do that. You're more than capable of doing it, but they're saying it's not your job. Don't fall into a trap. They're test that this has been, from where I'm looking, this has been set up deliberately to see if you're going to fall for it. Because it's like, has this person learnt? Maybe you would have automatically gone into this like gung-ho energy before, and so they're making sure you've learnt. 15th to the 30th, please, of June 2020 for Capricorn. What's going to happen? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, please. Taking that leap of faith. This is Aries energy. Can you see we've got that sun? So we've got the first energy of the sun here. Okay. Now summer starts on the 20th. It's officially summer. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Pentacles. So there's an offer that's essentially, when you're showing good faith, and again, this is a new cycle. This is a new cycle. This is a brand new fresh start where someone's taking a leap of faith. Can you see it's also come out with the moon? So this is an emotional new start, and you're freeing yourself from anything that has tied you down emotionally. Yeah, I'm just hearing freedom. We've got the 5 of Swords with the Lovers. Battles, arguments. Could be Gemini energy you're dealing with. He said, she said. Someone is not being honest about what they want. There's also decision here around a love interest that Oh, excuse me, I'm not even tired. Someone might be a bit drained about this situation. I'm not even tired, so if I start yawning in the reading, it's usually the energy I'm picking up on. Someone could be having to make a decision about a decision in love that has previously been secretive that they are wanting to go towards. Bottom of the deck, Six of Pentacles. They want a balance, give and take, and I feel like this situation hasn't given that so far. 15th. Two of Cups in the reverse. This current connection, they are not together. You are not together with this person. So there's a decision coming about reuniting with their person. So if they're currently in a situation, they are moving out of that. They are acknowledging their feelings and they are taking a leap of faith. They are moving away from conflict in terms of their decision in order to make the decision to come towards you and to reunite. Their current situation could involve a solid commitment that doesn't have a future. Hierophant with the Three of Wands in the reverse. This energy is possibly something that they are trying to get out of at the moment, but it's, again, I feel like it's sucking them back in. But they're trying to get out of it. Can you see the pyramid references? Again, there's a past life Egyptian link here, 100%. With this you and this person, there is a past life in Egypt whereby all the players in this are the same players that were in this Egyptian past life, and the recalibration is coming based on what previous. So put it this way, let's say for example you are someone that is waiting for a lover to come towards you, but they're in a current situation. That person, your person, and you were all in the same people, or roughly the same kind of energy in Egypt. But let's say for example you maybe did that karmic wrong, and so now the karmic is, it's like the scales recalibrate depending on what happened before versus now. Okay, so it recalibrates based on what happened. Once that recalibration or the debt has been paid off, then you're free to move forward. But there's something about the eclipses here that are realigning you with the choices, and it's about a timing thing. Once that debt is paid, you're free to go, I'm hearing. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords, someone cutting someone else off. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah. Someone is going to stand their ground about moving out of an existing committed relationship. Nine of Wands, Six of Swords. They are not going to sit and debate the same situation over and over again. It's done. It's over. They're coming towards you. Done. Boom. Three of Swords. Finished. Over. That sounds really harsh the way I'm saying that, but yeah. Three of Pentacles. Another triangle. Power of Three, I'm hearing. This is just the recalibration, and again, if you're not seeing this in its entirety with the eclipse around the end of June, it will be beginning part of July. You'll be seeing this. Let's pull some romance angels here. Let's get some messages. Capricorn, please. 15th to the 30th. You are going to be given an opportunity here. If you haven't had communication, this is on its way. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, the bond deepens. Someone's been very cautious about coming forward. So we've currently got or the last few days, we've had Cupid conjunct. No. There's something to do with Cupid. Have a look into what Cupid is doing in your chart or theirs, because there's definitely something to do with Cupid going on here. Right, let's have a look. What else for Capricorn, please? 15th to the 30th. I'm hearing love struck. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Love struck. Yeah, look, trust. You have to trust the situation. Keep trusting the situation. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Can you see in this card as well, there's a little cherub that's shot an arrow. They've shot the arrow. They're like, look, I found the arrow. This is the person. This is the one. All right, so this is what they're currently working through. And look, just to clarify, it's this. We've got yet another arrow. Says, you deserve love. You are lovable. This is what they're currently working through. So if they haven't come forward yet, that's what they're currently working through. Is whether or not they are deserving. I want to say deserving of another chance. I don't know where that came from, but maybe that was an issue. Maybe that was a situation before. Right, let's have a look. Capricorn, please. This is the Higher Love Soul Link Oracle cards. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, please. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, please, for the 15th to the 30th. What's going on, please? The 15th to the 30th. Capricorn. Okay, this person or you is learning about standing on 2 feet and becoming self-sufficient. Because again, it's that independence. It's coming to alignment with the self first. Okay, the cards went absolutely everywhere, so that's good. And just to sort of confirm, there is, as far as I know, it's not a twin flame card in this deck, but it does say soulmate in here. So it could be soulmate or twin flame you're dealing with. Take it as it resonates. These cards went literally on the other side of the room, so that's awesome. Alright, let's have a look. Okay, right, Capricorn 15th. Wow. Yeah, look, what did I say about the scales? Balance. This is karmic. Karmic situation is being recalibrated here. But this is what's going to come. Look, sudden progress and change is on its way. And for some of you, it could involve commitment and or marriage. So please do not give up on that. Okay, this is for those that were wanting to understand how the love situation was working. Let's see. Let's pull some outcome cards here. Let's go with the Queen of the Moon, considering we have the Moon card out. Okay. Capricorn. I'm just hearing, please be very aware of what can limit a situation. If you are fearing something, you are essentially, there's a lower vibration involved in that, which is very difficult to manifest out of when you're in that fear energy. Be very careful what you're investing in. We've got fear here. So let's say, for example, you're going, yeah, but you know, you told me my love situation was da-da-da, and I can't see any change. If you know in your heart and your soul throughout the duration of your journey that this is for you, your guides are showing you signs, but it's just been this month that has been a little, you know, weird one, you have to have faith. Okay, now, as long as you've checked all the signs and you know within your bone marrow that this is for you, you know what I mean? You've got to trust your instincts. Because this is the thing, fear can put you in a vibration where you're not going to listen to your instincts properly. Because you're out of alignment. You've got to try and bring, and it's not easy, but you've got to try and bring your energy out of that so you can go into a high vibration, so you can observe the reality which could be possibly why they're like, don't make any decisions yet, because you need to observe what's going on. If you're in a lower vibration, it's very difficult to observe accurately when you're in an illusionary energy, especially with fear. So please be careful if that is your energy. Outcome, please. Yeah, look, this is what they're trying to help you to sort of shift out of. Snow moon, purity. It's to cleanse, it's to shift anything that doesn't serve, so that you're not at a disadvantage. It's like they're trying to bring you out and into your power, so you can view this in its truth, not through a kind of a lens of, this is going to be slipping through my fingers. They were the ones that got the promotion and it should be me. Okay, but maybe that opportunity isn't for you. Maybe there's something even more amazing that's waiting for you, that if you had have been acknowledged for that, would have taken you out of alignment with what's for you that's coming in. You don't know, but just observe, bring yourself out of that vibration. So be very careful how you're talking to yourself. Make sure that you're meditating, ideally, and you're putting things in your body that are obviously, you know, honouring your body and honouring you. Take your energy back. If you're overextending and there's no boundaries, make sure there's boundaries put into place. But with this fear thing, we need to shift out of that. That's going to be very important for you guys. Let's have a look. Let's see with Nature's Whispers here. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs. What is the outcome? Wow. Wow. This is, yeah, look, this is the second time we've had this leap of faith. Because if we had the Fool as well, look, leap of faith. This is Aries, this is fire energy. Can you see there's a spider's web there? It's like, oh, look, if I fall, this is going to catch me. But she doesn't know that. She's taking that risk anyway, because again, she's at a higher ground. She's not walking there onto the web. She's walking at a higher ground because she can observe. Can you see as well? She's got this kind of magical energy to her where she's in alignment. This is a very feminine flow as well. Flow is surrender. She's trusting that this is actually where she's meant to be. She's not in a, oh my goodness, this is gonna, now I get it. If you're, you know, there's a job possibility that you know, you're feeling like, I'm gonna lose my job, I'm gonna lose my money, this is, my life's being taken away from me. Is this being taken away from you, or is this a door to something new that you are about to take a leap of faith with once you're at a higher vibration where you're not in fear? Because this is the other message here. It says, maintain your childlike spirit. Go with the flow. The joy center is your childlike spirit, which is your sacral chakra. Okay, so for example, your sacral chakra will be your emotional center. It's also your hormonal center as well. Are you living in joy? Are you trying to find the little things that make you, you know, spark that kind of creative energy and that kind of childlike wonder out? This could also be inner child work that you may need to look at doing. They're saying open your eyes, there's a surprise. So it could be this eye that you're about to transition into this higher level of intuition that you're scared of maybe going into. Maybe you're already getting signs that there's, and synchronicities that this is, you're about to have an awakening. Or maybe that you're scared to move forward because you're seeing things that you don't like and you know it's leading you out into a different path. And so Spirit is saying, make sure that you trust, because there's a reason that this is leading you into a new path. Because there's blessings at the end of it. But you have to make sure you trust this. Now, I'm not saying going into some ridiculously crazy situation and just throwing yourself into it because you read this, you listened to this reading, you thought that would be a great idea, and you're just going to randomly throw yourself in and put your life savings on black at a casino. That's not what I'm recommending at all. And if you can't use discernment, then don't watch these kind of videos, in my opinion. So you have to use discernment. If this is about a risk, it's about something that you know Spirit are trying to show you that maybe you haven't seen because you're in this lower fear vibration possibly. Okay guys, this is your reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs for the 15th to 30th of June 2020. Thank you so much for all your likes, shares and subscriptions. It means a lot to me. Thank you. We are running a competition at the moment where you could be winning a Tarot NEFERATI deck as well as a 30-minute free reading with me. But when we get to 1,000 subscribers, it will be announced. So if you want to be in it to win it, you have to be subscribed. You have to also have liked at least one video and commented on at least one video as well. Okay. The more times you do that, the more likely it is for you to win. And I'll be picking a winner at random when we hit 1,000 subscribers. If you want to join me live, we are going live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. British Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, take good care. Have a wonderful summer solstice, a wonderful eclipse. I wish you all the very best of luck. Take good care. Bye.